know, our country director will be the main presenter in this meeting, and then we shall be chipping in here and there. Partly as in the communication which I made to you, you partly know the ingredients of this meeting. So without wasting a lot of time, allow me to welcome the country director, then I'll say hello to you, then she will tell you the agenda of this meeting, and then we proceed. Thank you so much. CD, are you on? You're kindly welcome.
Yes, I'm on. Good morning, partners. Good morning, dear agents. Thank you so much, PRO and Coach Zion, our host, for this meeting. Let me first of all inquire if I'm clear. Am I audible enough?
Oh, yes, you are, and I can see your video is also clear. I don't know others, but if I can't see you, then others, I think also they can really clearly see you and also hear you. You're very clear. You can
the smartness is in the sky, eh?
Sorry?
The smartness is in the sky.
Oh, thank you so much, Coach Zion. Thank you so much. Let me hope other agents are also able to hear me. So if PRO and Coach Zion can hear me very well. If you are not hearing me, try to look for better internet connection. First of all, let me welcome back all our members from end of year party, our agents who attended, and then also congratulate you upon completing 2022 and thank Almighty God for the endless blessings. And we are looking forward to an amazing, outstanding 2023 with God's will. Without taking much of your time today, we have a special attendance meeting, and I'm going to give my address. Then we shall have question and answers and reactions to what I'm going to present. Then later, if the CEO happens to join us, we'll close this meeting. By the time I started presenting, I didn't see him online. So kindly, I'm going to request the agents who are online. Hopefully you have carried some pen, a notebook, and a positive mindset to this meeting, okay? You need to be highly positive in this meeting because I feel the vibe, I feel the energy. So if you have carried something else, not positive mind, quickly change it. You have a few seconds to change and you bring on board a positive mind, a notebook, a pen. You can note everything that you might want to supplement or to inquire after, and then we shall have the closure of the meeting with the way forward. I'm going to request Coach Zion. He will help me like he did last time to get for me the registration. So I'm going to look the agents who are online. You know, some using phones, like they note your agencies. So you can go in the chat room, you type for me your name and your agency. I know most of agents are shifted from the former agencies. Currently, you are in different regions which are new, and some people are not yet familiar with your new area. So I'm going to request you, my dear fellow partners, go in the chat room, you type there your name and your agency. It's going to help us to take the registration. So, Coach, I handled last time. I need a backup and PRO in case Coach doesn't capture everything due to internet or PRO. You help me take the registrations. We take these meetings very seriously and very formal. It is not like a courtesy call. It is really a formal meeting. Yes, I'm happy to see all of you. And yes, I'm seeing all of you. So Coach, you help me take the registrations, then I'll pick from you. Yes, all this 2023, like our CEO said, it is our year. But for it to be our year, we need to make it our year. You see, from talking, then we need to move to actions, and then we see the reality. So if this year is going to be our year, then it is upon us to make it our year. Like we have already said, like if it is to be, it is up to me. So if 2023 is gonna be our year, it's going to be up to us, it's our year. I believe all of us here, agents, join the digital adverts with a big vision and with seeing that we can make a lot of money from this project, a lot of money from this project. First of all, I want to assure you, every time you sit down and look at this project and try to calculate the possibilities, what could be, you realize that this is an amazing opportunity. So it is upon to us to make it or to kill the business. But I'm very sure we are going to make it. If together with the theme that the CEO launched on the end of year party, he said, we're gonna use the B workforce. So meaning that we're gonna use the B workforce, the B work attitude and the B work mentality in this year to ensure that we leave no stone unturned. Our goal this year, we want to move digital adverts business to a level where it's going to be on autopilot. Autopilot. When I say autopilot, you know, sometimes I was told that they off the plane and then they reach somewhere, and when they reach somewhere, like the plane kind of is on autopilot. You don't need to kind of direct it, it is taking itself. The same way you can look at these old cars, sometimes you need to push it and push it and push it. But at a certain level, when it starts, when the engine starts, you stop pushing and the car will go. So even our application has that potential. That right now we need to engage all the energy, all the creativity, all the effort, everything that we can think about to make sure that our business gets off the ground and gets on autopilot. When I say autopilot, I can give you an example of some applications like TikTok right now as we speak. I can give you an example of Facebook as we speak. I can give you an example of Instagram. I can give you an example of YouTube. I can give you an example of Bottom as we speak right now, and many other applications. Those applications don't need to advertise for people to know them. Already using the application like forces you to download it and use it because of the benefits that they find in those applications. Someone will say, hey, why don't you download Bottom? I want to video call. Why aren't you on Instagram? Can we chat on WhatsApp? Why don't you download WhatsApp? Do you have Facebook Messenger? I want to send you a message. Meaning that those applications right now, they are on autopilot. The owners of those applications, they don't need to push them any further. The benefits, the usability of those applications to them push them, but it took them time. It took them time to get where they are right now. So fellow agents, our target this year is to do our best to make sure that our application goes to that level of autopilot. You might be wondering, how are we going to be able to accomplish this in a very short period of time? Because those applications, some of them, it took them time, some it was shorter, some it was longer. Ours is very possible because ours has a benefit. It is giving us money. And two, we are already somewhere far in the past 2 years where some of those applications were even not by their 2 years in business or in operation. So I strongly believe that we can do this as a team, and we go to a level where we can be on autopilot. And this is the time where agents are going to be really, really enjoying. You would say because people, you don't have to go around telling people that digital adverts or digital mall, but we need to do the work. And this is going to be the year. Personally, I'm going to from digital adverts 110%. like really to make sure that we get off the ground, because everything that we needed to get off the ground is in place. So this is our time to get off the ground. But to get off on the ground, our business, we need to have a clear work plan. We need to have some kind of clear strategy and system that we are going to follow. And then we need to have clear goals and clear targets every single week. Every single week. I know some people here, we want money, but we are not ready to do what it takes to have money. And as agents, we are going to help one another so that you can be in the same alignment. Your desire for money has to be with the same alignment with your willingness to do whatever it takes to earn the money that you want to earn as far as this business is concerned. And I have a few things that I'm going to be sharing with you, and then we see how we can move forward with great energy as far as 2023 is concerned. So first of all, as far as 2023 is concerned, I just want to show you a simple example. I know up to date, some people still wonder, is it really possible for someone to make some serious money as far as digital adverts application is concerned? Some people are not yet sure, really, can I make some serious money? Now, I want to tell you, my fellow agents, as far as this business is concerned, this business has unlimited potential. I know you have other businesses, agents, maybe you have another project, one or two, and then digital adverts is one of your businesses. But let me tell you what digital adverts is exactly to you and me. Digital adverts is like the mother business. And I want you to understand this. Digital adverts is the mother business to all the other businesses you would want to do. People want to do several businesses. People want to take on several projects. People have several ideas. But if you look at most of those ideas, they require a lot of money to start them. You need the capital. Some of them require expertise. You need to learn for maybe a year or months to take on that project. Some of them require a lot of money so that you can launch your product or you can launch your company that you are thinking about. Let me tell you something. Once you give your everything to digital adverts this year, since our infrastructure is now ready, you can get all the money to do any project anywhere in the world. Let me read this. Bobanga adverts ogenda kujiwa obudde okusinziira ku bye tugenda okusharinga today. Business eno esobola okukuwa ssente zonna z'oyagala okukola project yonna gy'oyagala mu kitundu kyonna ekyensi across the world. Manyi mulina business ideas, mwagala okukola real estate, abamu mwagala okulima, abamu mwagala okuinvestinga, abamu mwagala okukola amasomero, abalala mwagala okukola amalwaliro. All those projects are really, really amazing, but they require a lot of money. And that money, most of the people don't have it. But with the digital adverts, my dear agents, you've already invested what it takes to get all the money you need. Kati muno bulawe tugenda okubanga tuongerezaako busamambiro, they are just peanuts. Betugenda okwongerezaako bugenda kuba busamambiro. Excuse me. Betugenda okwongerezaako bugenda kuba just peanuts. Already you've done the biggest investment. Toyina ogenda kusanga business nga kapitemu yoyo miliyoni emu n'ofuuka agent, miliyoni 2 ne codes ne bazikuwa n'ofuuka landlord. Kati kitegeeza nti when it comes to the capital that we inject in the business, eno digital adverts yebeeranga mother business that is going to give you the money to buy the land, to build the estates, to build everything. And I want us to get this straight. Once your goal business is going to be the mother, it's going to be the feeder, it's going to be the hatchery that is going giving me the check every single day, giving me the money to inject everywhere. So that you can start even to invest money without fear. Because sometimes people use money to start businesses which they have borrowed. They invest, but they fear. They're like, what if I invest this money and then I lose all the money? But once you build your digital adverts business, it is going to be like a pipeline. I don't know if most of you here read the book, The Parable of the Pipeline. That is Pablo and Bruno. If you read that of the parable and the pipeline, I'm telling you, this is the real pipeline. Agents, I'm talking to people who know this project. It's nothing that I'm exaggerating or I'm overshowing. Let me give you an example. I told you to grab some pens and piece of papers. This year, as we are trying to move forward, I'm looking at our dear agents. At least if each agency, it can go ahead and have 60,000 active users. 6,000 active users. If each agent gets 60,000 active users. I just want to show you a scenario and you see how much money you can make. Through research, all our agents in Uganda constituencies, they can ably get 60,000 active users. All of them can ably get. So that's why I'm using this as the minimum of, like, for example, if every agency focuses and like work with the people in the region, do everything as we are going to in our work plan, build and get 6,000 active users this year in your region. Okay, and from these 6,000 people, imagine you earn 5 shillings from watching one advert every single day. That would give you 30,000. I'm looking at active users, okay, in your region, and each of these people is able to watch only 10 adverts. That is 10 views a day. Each of these people can watch 10 adverts a day. That is going to give you a total of 300,000 every passive income. Passive income. I'm talking about the adverts. That is going to give you 300,000 every single day. And if I multiply 300,000 by 30 days, you'll be earning 9 million every single day as the agent. When your people are only watching 10 adverts only a day, 10 adverts. And with this new strategy of uploading adverts, ask the members and even the people who are coming and even the businesses who are coming, with the businesses that are advertising us, I believe it's a very, very possible goal. And once the agency hits 60,000, then the company there can roll out adverts per region. People who want to advertise in a region, they can start at least 5,000 in a region or 6,000 in a region. It's a good number. If I'm someone with a business, I surely can do it. I think some of you watched my adverts, which I posted, I think it was on this week, my company, the coaching company. There were only 100 views as a poster. That means I used 10K, but I got 3 contacts. And these are people I don't know of. I've never even seen them. I was shocked. And 3 people that I got, one person was serious. He wants to take up a package of a full year, which is 1.2 million. So if I use the 10K, I get a client who is paying me 1.2 million. Oh, where will you ever get such a business? So I assure you, businesses are going to love our product, depending on what they are selling. So I sent out, I reached 100 people. 3 people contacted me. 1 person is a serious client, and that person is paying me 1.2 million from an advert of 10K. Wow, that is amazing. That is amazing. So I assure you, businesses are going to keep advertising. Actually, even me now, I decided to increase my budget so that I can reach more people, more people, more people. As we all know that advert is about repetition. you have to keep like in the ears, in the face of the people, or else you'll be out of business. So agents, I'm showing you, just by having 60,000 active users in your region, from adverts watched in your region, you can earn up to 9 million every single month. Every single month. Now, you are not talking about sales commission, because remember, you have a team. You are not talking about activations. If you can add the money from activation, if you do 6,000 people this year, you'll be having 60,000 times 5,000, that is 30 million. So if we can add 30 million activations, and then we add 9 million every single month, a total we shall have over the 12 months, you'll be earning 138 million from digital adverts, just from activation and watching adverts. I'm not talking about landlord. I'm not talking about sales commissions. I want to give you a picture of what we are going forward, of what we are going to be pushing this very year. So, dear agents, imagine that a year from 2 earnings, on average, that you have only 60,000 members in your region, you can cash home more than 100 million. Tell me, which project can you fail to do? Which project? So going forward, I want you to know that digital adverts is a gold mine, and 60,000 people is possible if we put our minds on it. If we decide that this is what we are going to do this year, I assure you it is very, very, very possible. If we decide that we are going to do everything, if we decide that we are going to do all it takes to ensure that we achieve this every single region, we can do it. I assure you, we can do it. So I just wanted to show you a highlight. There are regions, for example, those regions in Mukono, regions in Jinja, regions in Kampala, regions in Wakiso, regions in Masaka. They have over 300,000 people in a constituency. They have over 100K. They have over 50K. So it's up to you. So I'm very sure all of you, our dear agents, you can get 60,000 active users of our application in your region. I see some people who are joining us. Please, if you join us, kindly go to the chat room, you type your name and the region that you are representing in digital adverts. Having said that, dear agents, let me see if someone has seen or has had the money that I've talked about. If you have had the money, go to the chat room and tell me that, yes, I've seen or I've had the money. I need to first know that. If I was there, I would say, someone say hallelujah in coach's voice. So if you have seen the money, kindly go to the chat room and tell me that, yes, money, money. Yes, Agent Wamala is telling me money, 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 money. Yes, 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 yes. Now I hear, I'm talking to someone. This is Geoffrey Rugazi Municipality. Yes, I saw it long time ago. That is Julius saying, Nagala Kathy is saying, yes, money, money, money. Magezi is saying money. Namfuka is saying money. Nafisha is saying money. Winnie, yes, Passy agent saying money, money, money. Desire, who is on Galaxy Tab A, I don't know, he's saying money, a lot of money from agents, Joe Godfrey. Then Janet, yes, money. Ruth Wanyana, Buyukwe South, she's saying yes, money. Kawempe South, money, money, yes. Kawempe South has 300,000 people. So Kathy, when I say 6,000, I think you can see, and all other constituencies, surely they know, they see money. Yes, Sheikh Muslim, Jinja, North Division, yes, money, 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 oh, money, yes. Thank you so much. Absolutely, from our PR of money. Now, we have all unanimously agreed that we have seen the money. And now we want to turn that money, which we have seen in mind, in paper, in calculation, to reality. There, I have a very simple question. when do you want to start living an extraordinary life? You can go to the chat room and tell me now, 10 years, 5 years, 6 years. When do you want to start living extraordinary life? When do you want to start living extraordinary life? Kindly go to the chat. Let me know. When would you want to start living that amazing, extraordinary life? When? When do you want to start? Agents, go to the chat room and let me know when you want to. Someone is saying 2 years from now, right away. Kathy, I like that attitude right away. I want it now. Peter is Singoma immediately. Immediately. Fatima is saying now, now, now. Wow. Yes, Nafisha is saying now, now. Yes. So, Divine, why do you want to take 2 years struggling? See, as in living, and that is a big challenge. You are willing to keep on postponing your happiness, your amazing living to another year, to 2 years. Why 2 years? Is it still comfortable where you are? I like it when someone says now or immediately. It makes a lot of sense to me. Why should you keep like struggling? Or that means you are going to keep postponing and say maybe 2 years from now, maybe. So someone is saying, as soon as I leave the meeting, friend, that's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, Maguma is saying, I cannot wait, please. So there's no more waiting for living extraordinary lifestyle. So digital adverts is creating an amazing lifestyle for us as agents and even our VIPs and even our members who will be using our application. But that extraordinary lifestyle is going to be for the few, like I've already said, it's not for everyone. Some people will earn just a living, and then others here will be just living their dream lives. So if our answer is living our extraordinary life now or immediately or just after leaving the meeting, that means that we have to do what we need to do to live that extraordinary lifestyle now, like now. So everything that we are going to talk about today, going forward, we have to act like we mean it. If you are told that the only thing standing between you and the extraordinary lifestyle you want is 60,000 people only, how fast are you willing to go out and make sure that you have those people on board? How fast? If you get to know that what is standing with earning 100 million this year, what things are you going to change this year when this money is in your bank account, when this money is on your digital adverts account? What things are you going to change in your life? 100 million, because we have seen just from 2 simple examples, which are very realistic, which most of you have already earned the money from these areas, but the numbers were a bit lower. So my question is, what are you willing to do with this 100 million? What other investment are you going to start? What other business, what other things are you going to accomplish by earning 100 plus 130 million? Moreover, this money is going to be passively. It's going to keep coming. It's going to keep coming. It is the real pipeline, which was talked about in the parable of the pipeline. And to tell you something, what is standing between you and that money is only 60,000 people in your region, active users of our application. What are you willing to do to make sure that you have these people on board? Okay, because what is now between you and your extraordinary life is how fast you are willing to move, how aggressively you are willing to move, how positively you are willing to move, how courageously you are willing to go forward, informing people about this application. The good news is I've showed you something when it comes to adverts. Remember, people are watching our adverts without paying. So that excuse of saying someone has not activated is out. Whether they activate or not, get them on board, show them the business. And once the benefits of activating, I assure people they will activate. But even if they are not active, get active users of our application on boards, and I assure you, you'll be ready to carry home more than 100 million in 12 months if you get 60,000 people. Even if that is all that you have to do this year, so that next year that money starts coming in. You know, things start here and then they get to reality. So as you're creating, you'll be living your extraordinary mind immediately in mind. And then you'll be making it a reality every single hour, every single moment as you build your digital adverts business. Having seen that money and having said that we want to start living our extraordinary lifestyle today, let us look at what plan do we have on paper. First of all, we are going to look at our structure. We are going to be having regional coordinators. If I were you, I would write that point. Regional coordinators. Make sure I want people to be on my Zoom when they are like seriously engaged. You know, sometimes these days, university students study online. What happens, lecturers have realized that kids put on Zoom and then they leave the phone there, they go do other things. They don't kindly like be in the Zoom. So I wouldn't want that to happen with our digital adverts business. Yeah, I wouldn't want that, honestly. So that's why I say, if I were you, I would be writing that. And I'm assuming everyone is on this Zoom the way I am on it, like 100% focused on this meeting so that we can make them more meaningful. First of all, we are going to be having the coordinators. The last time when I posted the regions, when I posted, there was Central 1, Central 2, up to Central 4. Then we posted about the regions, those regions. So we are going to be having the coordinators. Currently, as we stand, we have a few agents in the West. Those few agents, yes, Senaga is saying I'm alert. That is amazing. Those few agents in the West are going to have their coordinators. If you are the only person in that, let me say, in that area, or like the way they were gazetted, the PRI is going to post the meeting again on the, so that you can see your neighboring areas that you are supposed to be working with. Pastor is saying, following, amazing. Yes, so that you can know who are the people I'm supposed to be working with. For example, for Central 1, we have all regions in Kampala, all regions in Wakiso, and in Mpigi. That is one region. So meaning that that region has to have one coordinator. One coordinator. And then if we go to Central 2, Central 3, up to Central 4, there's the PR. So if you realize that you are only 2 people so far in that area, it is okay. Some areas don't even have an agent as we speak right now, but as we move forward, I think we shall be able to get agents or people who are representing us there. But we are going to start with those people who are there, who are like agents. If you are in Masaka, and Masaka, for example, Masaka has an agent in Nyendo Mukungwe, Chibonera, Bukoto Central, Bukoto East, all those people are in Masaka. So takes on all the regions, Masaka there, Karungura, Sembabule, all those areas are part of the region of Masaka, the constituencies in those areas. So if you have only 4 people, it is okay. You start the 4, you choose a coordinator. Hope I'm clear. Then as we have Eastern, this part of Eastern 1, we have their Ginger, and then the districts, the way they are, you also choose for us a coordinator. Now, like we have said, we are already late by some 6 days in 2023. We don't have time to wait. Immediately after the meeting, I know you had groups with like Northern region and what. I think this is the better way now of forming groups. If you have just moved into an area, try to find out who else is the agent in that area, so that you can have a group, and then you choose among yourselves. And then you'll be forwarding me the name. You can do this online, or if you can meet, but at least we must have the result of the agent who is coordinating that region by Tuesday next week, latest. So from here, Kampala, Wakiso, and Mpigi, we shall have our group, and then we choose who is going to be our coordinator. Yeah, you know, I'm also the agent of Kampala Central. So in that side, I speak as an agent, not as a country director. So other regions, I also urge you, you know, and then you follow. If you are alone, kindly just know you are going to be the coordinator of that region until we get other members to join you. But coordinators, one, we are going to be having a meeting to strategize every single week. We shall agree on the date. Once we have the members, we agree on the day and time. But one of the things we are going to be planning, strategizing, and evaluation. Consistently, every 7 days, we need to see how did your region perform? How can we support them? How can we work better? You know, everyone here has ability, has potential, has ideas, has greatness. So we need to tap into everyone's greatness. Together, we can come up with something really, really amazing. Maria is following us. Thank you so much. So I urge you, find out which area are you in. PRO is going to post it. Then contact the agents there. Choose your coordinator, because our meetings have to start immediately next week, so that we can look at how we can move forward as agents. Then too, the coordinators are going to be coordinating presentations. As I go ahead, you'll see that we are going to have a kind of a hybrid presentation program. And we shall be having the general and then regional. That means we're going to be coordinating. We tried so much to have our regions as far as the languages being spoken there. So we shall see the purpose, what was the use of that. And I'm so happy that most of you moved to areas where you can ably communicate with the locals. That was a plus for us as far as moving forward is concerned in Uganda. And I also thank the CEO for giving us that opportunity to change from areas which were not comfortable to areas which are like easily near us, and where we can ably communicate with the population in the area. So our coordinators are going to be like the think tank of our digital adverts agencies business. You will be having ideas, you can give them to those coordinators. We need to keep like thinking, planning, evaluating. We are going to do everything. And at this moment, allow me also to tell you that don't dim your light. If you have an idea, go ahead and try it out. Don't say, no, because the city didn't say this, I'm not going to do it. No, I'm not an angel. I just share. I know most of you know a lot of things that I even don't know. So don't dim your light because the coordinator didn't bring this idea. I'm not going to bring it. Bring it forward. Use it. Implement it. We want to embrace everyone's uniqueness and everyone's greatness as far as digital adverts is concerned. So our coordinators are going to be coordinating regional meetings offline and online. Offline and online. Yes, we shall be having many online meetings, but that doesn't mean that we are erasing physical meetings. Physical meetings have their own advantages, and online meetings also have their own advantages. So we are going to marry the two. So coordinators will be responsible to make sure that the entire region is moving. They are having both online and offline meetings. They are tapping into the company and the country meetings. Yes. Thank you so much, Chief Trainer. I see you are reminding people there who haven't introduced themselves to go in the chat room, introduce yourself, write your name, and also the region you are representing in digital adverts. Yes. So the agent that we shall be having weekly meetings, and then we shall be having agents, general agents meeting like this one every single month. Effective, our first meeting will be every beginning of every month, meaning that we shall have our next general meeting the first week of February. We shall be assessing, we shall be discussing, we shall be seeing the way forward. We don't want to relax this time around. Those people who have ever been to villages or to places where they use the firewoods, nga mulimu oluku lwaka naye oluku olwo bw'olujja bali luzikira ne luba nga terulina makulu naye bw'oluzza mu muliro lwaka ate n'omuliro ne gweyongera amaanyi. So we want to be like that local fireplace. Nga buli omu ku ffe alinga luku, tetwagala luku lwaffe luddemu kutuvaako. We want to be united, we want to be together so that every one of us adds on the light of digital adverts as far as building the business is concerned. That's why we are going to be having those big monthly online meetings with the agents every month at the beginning of every month. And February, we shall be having another one to assess where we are as far as going forward with our goals will be concerned. Number 2, on top of coordinators, we are going to have a personal development program. We are going to have a personal development program. Now listen to me, my dear agents. We are going to have a personal development programs for the agents, but also our community. The challenge we have in our communities, it is not that people lack money. No, people lack the personal development. People lack the mindset. People lack the mindset. That is why we need to have a serious personal development program for our agents and for our community. Let me tell you something. Abantu bangi tebamanyi nti ekibabonyaabonya si kuba nti tebalina ssente, naye ekibabonyaabonya levels of personal development. Today, me I tell a lot of people who approach me, what is your problem? I don't have capital. No mugambo lwairo singa nku 1 million kikumi business gyosobola okukola n'ondeetera amagoba. Which business? You say your problem is money. Fine. 100 million is there. Nga togenze kugamba nti ngenda zigulamu motoka, ngenda zigulamu nyumba. What business do you have right now at hand that you can show me and you have a plan that when I invest 100 million, I'm going to buy this million, I'm going to buy this 5 million, I'm going to pay taxes for this much, I'm going to do this for this much, and by the end of the year, I'm likely to make a net profit of this. I need this much workers. Like most people live life like, you know, things will just come from heaven and then they happen to us. No, as human beings, we are the greatest species that God created. And we are different from other creatures. We have the mind, but we are not using it. We have a great of the mind we are not using. And those people who have discovered this great asset, which we have, they have used it to work against us. So that is why we are going to have a serious personal development program. In that personal development program, we shall be having a day every single week for capacity building, personal development, and then business skills. That will be once tackling on adding value to our agents, adding value to our people. Sometimes nafe agents waliwo omuntu ebintu bya posting n'omulabira ddala nga mukulu mu myaka naye nga level ye ya personal development ya kibogwe. It is so much of a mediocre mindset. But we want to work on ourselves so that at the end of the day, we don't only make money, but we become useful people. We become the thinkers that Uganda has been lacking. People have earned the money through Rotary, through inheritance, but they lose it all within a year. Within a year, they've lost the money. So we don't want our people to go through that. I can give you even an example here. A lot of people here, you have made money in digital adverts. When you go to your accounts, you have a